Hi guys, welcome to another buzzing walkabout here on Buzzing Pattaya. And today I'm down here at Soy Made in Thailand, and it's late afternoon, an area that should normally be really busy, loads of bars here, etc. But as you're going to see, unfortunately it's still not got back what we need, and we desperately need you guys to come out here. So fingers crossed. The rumours of July the 1st are looking good. Let's see where we go from there. All right, so today's walkabout, I want to talk to you about a question that I've been asked 3 times now. So I thought, well, let's cover this because it is a good point and it's something that we need to be aware about. Is when you come here, how much do you drink? Do you drink to reasonable levels? Do you get yourself mullered? And I want to just go through a few things that maybe you haven't considered what would happen if you get mullered and the outcome. So I just want to go through some of those. And also I'd like you to ask, well, I'd love to ask you guys, please share any stories you wish to share when you've had a fair few too many drinks, and how you've escaped, or rather maybe you haven't escaped from a situation that perhaps when you look back think, damn, I shouldn't have done that. And guys, what I will say is if you do comment about stories people share, please let's not start getting into, oh, you're an idiot and all that kind of stuff. Listen, we've all done it, myself included, so let's just enjoy and have a little bit of a chuckle about other people's misfortunes, myself included, and let's just see where we go with this chat. All right, now before I get into the chat, I just want to say a few thank yous. I'd like to welcome Mark Morris, Soda Pop Curtis, Pattaya Paddy, and also Samuel Hutchinson. Thank you for coming on board and joining our members group here on the channel. It's great to have you on board. There's lots of channel stuff coming out soon. As soon as these places open, trust me, we've got a whole world of stuff and lots of goodies to give away. All right, so I'm here in Soy Made in Thailand. I'm going to spin the camera around and let's go have a walkabout, see what should be happening and definitely what isn't happening, and let's share those stories about drinking too much here in our wonderful city. Okay, so let's head down here in Soy Made in Thailand. And as I say, it's late afternoon. Normally these bars are busy, but obviously and very sadly they're not. So drinking, now I put my hand up straight away. I've done some stupid things, I've acted like an idiot, I've drunk more than I can handle, etc, etc. So by no means am I throwing any stones in my glass house. But it's a good conversation that we should have, because especially those guys that maybe you're coming out here for your first time and suddenly you find yourself in this incredible city surrounded by beautiful girls and you're drinking and drinking and drinking, and all of a sudden you think to yourself, do you know what? I've had a fair few too many now. So the first advice I would give you is pace yourself. And I'm not wanting to sound like your dad or anything like that. But in all honesty, guys, please pace yourself, because it's a long day, it's a long night. This city doesn't sleep. You can find somewhere to drink 24 hours a day here. It really doesn't stop. So if you're going to go out, you know, when I remember when I was back in the UK, you know, you'd meet your mates at like 8 o'clock and you knew you're on borrowed time. You know, either the missus would be nagging you if you wasn't back home soon, or the bars would be closing and the nightclubs would be kicking out. So you had a limited amount of time, but you don't have that here. So, you know, pace yourself. And it really is important, because if you get yourself bladdered before 12 o'clock, well, you've still got a good 3, 4, even longer hours ahead of you to go out and enjoy yourself. So just take your time. And also as well, manage what you drink. It sounds crazy to say this, but manage what you drink. If you're a pint kind of guy and you're over here and now you're nailing shots and spirits and all the rest of it, then please, you know, just think about it a little bit. All right, so number one, the first thing that I want you to really take on board is getting back home. Now, if you stay in the city centre, chances are you won't have this problem. If you stay a little bit further out, you may well find yourself in a world of trouble if you get a taxi. If you get a taxi back and you're drunk, and God forbid you fell off and you caused an accident, you are in so much deep trouble it doesn't bear thinking about. And you're going to be paying for the hospital bill for yourself, the hospital bill for the taxi driver, the repair to his motorbike, you know, all these kind of things are going to be presented to you, and you have got absolutely not a chance of playing a get out of jail card. You are in trouble. So the only way you're going to overcome that is basically by paying, and it ain't going to be cheap. So if you are going to go home, try and use a BAHT bus or a taxi car. You know, it's cheap as chips out here for a taxi, even more so now with some of the new places that are offering taxi services. So please, you know, I can't stress it enough, falling off a motorbike is not fun. And I guess if you've had a few too many, maybe it won't be as painful until the morning. But when you wake up in the morning, it's not going to be painful to just your body, it's going to be painful to your wallet as well. And you may even find that your bedroom's changed and that you're down soy 9. So please guys, you know, tip number one, definitely try at all times to use either a motorbike, to use a taxi or a BAHT bus. Do not use motorbikes. Another little tip for you is agree the price before you get on. You can easily find yourself in a world of trouble if you jump on if you do use a motorbike taxi, or you jump on a taxi car and you head off, and then when you get to your destination, it hits you with a huge bill that you're not expecting. So please do try your best to think about agreeing the price before you head off. All right, also another point, if you're staying in a hotel, it doesn't hurt you to get the hotel's card. That way you can show the taxi where you want to go, and then if there's any misunderstanding, at least you've got a card that he can call the hotel if he's not sure where you are, or at least he's got an option. Now this is the night bazaar. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll walk through here and then we'll head back out up onto BUAKHAO area. At least you get a look in this. This is a very popular market of a night time. There's lots of stuff going on in here, so it's worth coming here if you're looking for some billy bargains. All right, so we've covered pacing yourself, and we've covered about how you get home and what method of transport you're using. Now listen guys, we're all men of the world. Sometimes you might have had a few beers and you find yourself in a situation where tempers get a bit heated, words get exchanged, etc., and you may find yourself in an aggressive situation. What I would say to you is, number one, please try and avoid that, because it's not going to end well. Number two, if it's with a Thai person, no matter how small they may be and how big you may feel, walk away. Just walk away. It really isn't worth the hassle and the problems that are going to come at you, because one thing I think I've mentioned before, when you end up in a scuffle with a Thai person, they do not fight alone, and they will happily welcome any opportunity to gang up on you, and trust me, it ain't fun. And if you don't believe me, have a look on YouTube, have a look on Google, look at fights that happen in Walking Street and BUAKHAO, and see for yourself guys, it really isn't worth all the problems that come with it. And I'll give an example of what can turn out to be a really bad idea that at the time probably doesn't seem it. I want you to imagine you're walking along Beach Road now, and you've had a few and you're feeling a bit happy, etc., and then suddenly you get the hello, and you think, oh, it's a chick with a dick, it's a ladyboy, and you make it very blatantly obvious to her that she's a ladyboy. Guys, it might sound funny, you might think it's funny, but trust me, these ladyboys will not think twice about taking a shoe off and smacking you around the head. They really won't. So, you know, again, it might be that bravado, it might be just that little bit of too much beer that you think, oh, this would be funny, and you say it, and then all of a sudden you're in a world of trouble, because once it starts, it isn't going to end very quickly or very easily. All right, so I feel like I'm your dad. A lot of these units are shut, which is strange. Well, not strange, but it's sad really, because normally these open here at sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon and go through the right way through to the evening. Some of these even open in the morning, and you can get some good bargains in here. But unfortunately, as we can see, a lot of these places are closed. There are some still open, fair play to them for trying. But yeah, let's get a bit of a speed on through here, shall we? Now I've heard many rumours now that are starting to pick up speed that they are going to look at this quarantine on the 1st of July, which if they do, is fantastic news. And hopefully these will be the key triggers that will get you guys out here. I know some of you guys on the channel talking our Telegram group. I know currently some of you are in the quarantine process at the moment, and you're due to be released soon, which is great news. Can't wait to meet up with you guys. But yeah, maybe it's going to happen. I don't know, let's see. Oh, they're busy doing their stuff. Oh. All right, so this is the day and night bazaar. But unfortunately, there wasn't a lot to show you in there, so I apologise. All right, let's head back up to soy made in Thailand. Then we'll go up into soy BUAKHAO, and then we'll call it a day. Whew. It's been weird weather. Earlier on this morning it poured with rain. Now today, this afternoon, it's really quite hot. Now talking about soy made in Thailand, I mean, is this somewhere you guys come? If it is, you know, please shout out any of your favourite bars. Have you had a drunken experience in anything? Oh God, you know, there's nothing worse than when you wake up in the morning and you think, oh, that was a heavy night. And on that subject as well, just want to say a few other things. When you go out, guys, take a photocopy of your passport. Don't take your actual passport. I know it says you've got to carry your passport with you at all times, blah blah blah. Guys, just don't do it. It's better to show a copy, and if the policeman is particularly being unfair, he'll fine you, than it is to take your real passport, get mullered and lose it. I don't know if any of you have ever lost your passport. If you have, drop a comment below. How much of a nightmare was it trying to get your passport sorted? Because here, if you lose your passport here in Pattaya, then you have to go to Bangkok. So yeah, not a situation you want to be in. Also, take out just enough money to cover your evening. You know, don't carry a lot of money around, because if you are drunk and you've got a tendency to open your wallet a bit too wide, you know, you are inviting, should I say, the possibility of a bit of trouble. Because, you know, these guys, you sit there with 20,000 baht in your wallet, flashing the cash, and there's Thai people around you that perhaps wouldn't earn that in 6 months. I'm not saying that it would happen, I'm just saying it's better to not put yourself in that position in the first place than to put yourself in harm's way. So again, just be a little bit more aware of what you're taking out with you, and definitely don't take your ATM cards and any credit or debit cards you've got. Take them out, put them in your safe, because again, the last thing you want to do is get drunk and then end up losing your wallet, and then you're in a whole world of trouble. And yes, I do speak from experience. I lost my bank card once about 5-6 years ago in Bangkok, and my lord, that was a palaver. It really was. It was Barclays Bank. I had a Visa debit card, and it was just awful trying to get them to send me a card out, because when you live out here a while, you should by all means declare that to the bank and change your address. And yep, you know what I'm gonna say, I didn't. So there you go. Ooh, lovely hot day today. Tomb the Vampire. Interesting. All right, so let's just hope he doesn't run me over. Now this area is ticked to be an up and coming area. The Tree Town area is going to develop. There's a lot of opportunity here, a lot of space, as you can see, that they can bring in new bars, etc. And we touched on this before, that it does kind of give walking street bars an opportunity to relocate if that was to happen. I don't know, what do you think? All right, so we're coming up into the BUAKHAO area, and still got no idea what this is. Anybody here? Look, let me guys, if you're watching this, do you know what that used to be? Truthfully, I don't. All right, let's spin the camera around. Okay, so now I just want to quickly give a name drop to this place out here. If you look over here, I'm going to show you in a second, over there, that's the Chunky Monkey there. Now if you like good quality food at very reasonable prices, hit up the Chunky Monkey. It's definitely one to consider. Good location as well. The BAHT, the pound to the BAHT there, let me go over, I'll show you. Currently it's not too bad, 42.18. That's a bonus. Let's have a look here. There you go, that's today's rates. Not too bad, 42.18. When I came here to live, it was 58. When I came here to live, oh, no chance of that nowadays. All right, so let's head back up to BUAKHAO area. And it's too hot this side. Let me move across. Hang on. Let me cross the road. All right, that's better. Lots of great restaurants up here in this part of the town. So if you do come up here and you're looking for food, you won't be spoilt for lots of different choices. You can have all kinds of stuff here. It really is some great restaurants. And we touched on it the other day about massages here. There's also a lot of massage parlors in this particular area. So if that's what you're looking for, rest assured, it's available. All right, let's keep heading up. Okay, now on the other side of the town, see there, Trench Town, that's relocated. And Trench Town's a good place, lots of reggae music, live music, if that's your thing. And remember, I spoke about opening a bank account not so long ago. Oh, she's gonna kill me, sorry. I said to you about KASIKORN. This is a KASIKORN bank, this one here. And I have to say, the KASIKORN bank, in my opinion, maybe you disagree, but in my opinion is definitely one of the easiest banks to open here as a foreigner. And they are good, they look after you. All right, so we're heading up now towards what used to be the Archon, which is sadly gone now. I'm sure many of you have been in the Archon bar before and enjoyed a few beers in there. And good afternoon, sir. How are you? All right, let's have a walk around the market. Now, I don't know if you've got any. There's a certain food I want to show you. Let me have a look. Really is hot today. Where are we? No, not there. Must be in here somewhere. Let's have a good look. Come on. I'm looking for. Let's have a look down here. No, not yet. Oh, that's sad. I was hoping to find the insects. I love the insects. They really are nice. Really are good. Anyway, let's move out of here. Okay. All right, guys. So we're nearly done. Going to finish off up at Archon. And let's get this gentleman's way. There we go. Okay, so drinking. What do you drink? And actually, it's a good question. Actually, what do you drink? Are you a bottles of beer kind of person? Are you a spirits kind of person? Are you one of these guys, these animals that just nail shot after shot after shot? Because that's definitely not me. And here's the old Archon bar. Look at that. Who would have ever thought that would have gone? How sad. How sad is that? But yeah, oh, shots, I can't do shots. And I'll tell you what, have a bit of fun. Drop down in the description, if you would, please. What's the most amount of shots you've drunk in one session? Or the most amount of bottles in one session? I used to have a friend of mine live in England called PJ. And that guy could drink 20 to 25 pints of beer, still be stood upright, and still be compos mentis. Meanwhile, people like me that are on 8 to 10 pints of beer, drooling like a kid in a sweet shop, slobbering my chops, and really thinking it's time that I should go home. So what about you guys? You know, how much can you drink? Are you a big drinker? Are you teetotal? Please share your habits with us below. Okay, so I'm going to head up now, so let me just turn this around. And like I say, guys, please, whatever people comment, whatever situation they've been in, let's not start jumping on them. Please don't start finger pointing and wagging your tail and all the rest of it about it, because it ain't going to happen. I'll just take the comment away. If people are kind enough to share their experience, then let's learn from it and enjoy it. All right, let me just turn this around. All right, guys, so that's it for me today here on Buzzing Walkabout here on Buzzing Pattaya. As you can see by the old Swede here, it's hot. It really is hot. And I need to go and get a drink. And no, I'm not going to have the 1 pint of my 10 to come. I'm going to have a bottle of water. So, oh, and incidentally, just on drinking in here, please make sure you hydrate yourself, because it's easy to dehydrate, especially in this sun. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please, guys, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Check out our online radio. There's a link to our Google Play Store where you can listen to our radio now. It's going really, really well. Don't forget, check out our members area. If you'd like to join our members, please do so. There's lots of little goodies and stuff in there. And join our Telegram group. There's great banter in there. Lots of like-minded guys just like yourself that all share experiences and chat away. All right, that's it for me then. Thank you so much for watching, and please, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.